Thank God.
Oh, Bob. You forgot to change the baby's diapers. No, the camo diapers. I don't have time to hold your hand through every little thing. Mommy's gotta go to work.
Quiet, they'll hear us.
Don Rickles, what are you doing here?
I brought the red sage.
There, he just appears. And he has a red ribbon over his shirt.
Submarine, cigar, torpedo.
And your husband was on his knee.
Now that's a dream.
Either you're getting too much sex or not enough.
Only in my dreams.
Where was your husband last night as you were dreaming of our husband?
Not in my bed. All night at the office. But wait, I didn't tell you the best part. I had a submachine gun.
Continue to await radio contact with Snake Doctor.
We got an intercept. Let me watch that. The North Korea Army detail talking to the brigade HQ. The scientist, that's what the NK Army calls him, has requested chicken noodle soup and soju, a 4-hour car ride to...
His cabin by the sea.
That's right.
Okay, folks. Package is on the move. Our defector should arrive at rendezvous here at 2100 hours. Snake Doctor left the Portamuco 3 hours ago. They have 10 hours to collect our scientist and get him out. Has Snake Doctor confirmed his position? All right. I want all eyes on the North Korean Navy. Any ship deviates off its projected path, come to teacher.
Sir, the colonel needs you in his office.
Thank you. You want to read this?
Soviet-era sub, assassin, wetsuit, Mac and Jonas.
You note the highlighted words.
This is a transcript of my wife.
You've been talking in bed, soldier?
Sir, I have not.
Then what is this? The world's worst coincidence?
Sir, I will swear on whatever you want me to swear on.
How is it that details of a top-secret mission going on right now are coming out of your wife's mouth?
Sir, would I blow 3 months of mission prep on pillow talk?
That's my question, son.
Colonel, if you have the slightest doubt, relieve me.
We cross that line, I ain't gonna need your permission. You want to change your story?
No, sir.
Back to duty. This ain't over.
You need to come with us.
I beg your pardon?
Right now, please. Mommy! She'll be all right. It's a matter of national security.
Colonel, where are my kids? What the hell's going on? They took my kids.
Children are fine.
You took them?
Yes, we did.
Where are they?
They're in the care of the Army.
I'm not in your chain of command.
Miss Brown, your husband is. Suspected security breach triggers a level 6 protocol. Involves your husband. You're overheard in a public place.
I was telling my friends about a dream.
Is that what it was?
What are you accusing me of? Because I don't have to listen to it.
That's right. Legally, you can walk off whenever the fancy strikes you. But if you do, I'll make sure your husband is right in step behind you off this base and off this job forever. Thank you. Does Bob ever bring home work?
Of course not. We know the rules.
Bob said he brought home some papers. Did you ever look? Curiosity get the better of you, Miss Brown?
You think I'm lying? Give me a poly right now.
It's a good idea. As a matter of fact, they're waiting for us. Polygraph and voice analysis, too. Let's go.
Have you spoken to your husband about his missions?
No.
Does your mother know what your husband does for a living?
No.
She's telling the truth.
Have you ever told anyone the true designation of your husband's unit?
No.
Do you use sex or the promise of sex with your husband to determine where he is about to be deployed?
You know, I really think I've had enough.
Thank you. You can leave. Miss Brown, you may have perhaps convinced those machines you're telling the truth.
But
Those machines don't send men into combat. I do. You say your husband didn't tell you? Then I need you to tell me how you know what you know. You feel like saving your husband's job?
I had a dream.
What's the red ribbon?
Red ribbon?
You said a man on the submarine had a red ribbon under his jacket. A red ribbon.
It was just a dream.
Captain, it's time to open the orders.
Please authenticate that the orders are sealed.
Seal is not broken.
I am directed to...
Turn your sub over to me.
I command this vessel.
I command this mission. To do that, I must command this sub. Those are your orders. From your admiral. We must move now.
We're receiving flash traffic.
Mr. Green. Plot these new coordinates.
These coordinates put us inside North Korean waters. That's provocation. When they see us, they will attack, and they will be well within their rights to do so.
Let's be sure they can't see us. Chief of the watch. Rig for quiet. Strength speed.
This boat is old. We have no modern defenses.
That's why we chose it. Nobody's looking for an old sub. They do not exist. Please order your men to take this boat down now.
전진! 전전력! NGC! 선전적! 위에! 돌려! 탱크에 물 채워! 잠수! 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 전진하고 있습니다. 네. 3m.
It's understandable. It's your first mission oversight. You want to crow about it to your old lady, explain to her why you're not at home washing the dishes. I understand.
It's not like that, sir.
Now, if you tell me that's the way it's going down, that it's containable to just your wife, then I can proceed with the mission. But if you tell me it didn't, then I've got an unexplained leak that by now could have worked its way all the way to North Korea. I need to know. My men hit the shore, or are they going to get their asses shot off?
I didn't say a word to her.
Then we have a problem, don't we?
Sir, we have a limited window to get this defector out. The entire North Korean Navy is here and here monitoring our joint fleet exercise, and I'm the only one in the room who has studied their Navy's maneuvers. No one is looking for an old sub, but they are looking for our other boats. The Navy is going to draw them away, but that sub will still have to thread the needle, and I'm the best person to assist them. Our package is en route to his house by the sea now. Let me bring the team home, Colonel.
I'm going to monitor your comm. No outside calls, eyes always on you. And when it comes time to blow the whistle to send the men on shore, I'll give the word.
Sir, may I also ask?
That'll be all. I can't think of one rational reason why she knows what she knows other than her husband spoke out of school and just gave up a career. I don't want that.
So I'm to explore the irrational side of this.
The information I require. Are we dealing with a security breach?
And what if we're not?
Well, this dream business is your world, not mine. I'm just visiting. I just need to know in good old-fashioned terms what the hell's going on. It's Kim Brown's file.
She knows I'm coming.
She damn sure knows somebody's coming.
You gonna give me another polygraph?
No. I can read your mind.
All right.
You're worried about your children.
Well, that's right.
Teddy and Serena.
You read my file.
No. And your children are fine. They're with your friends now, Tiffany and Molly.
Wait a minute. I know who you are.
Do you?
I saw a thing on you in the Army Times.
Yes?
You're the goat lady. You're the psychiatrist who did that experiment where you tried to burst a goat's heart just by staring at it.
That's an amusing but not accurate description.
That's what you do.
Does that seem impossible to you? At a traffic light, can you feel if someone is watching you?
Yes.
How? I'm in military intelligence, research, dreams, telekinesis, and psychic phenomena.
But why are you here?
You had a dream, and so I would like to talk to you. Here's what we can do. We can go back inside that dream and see if we can help your husband. That's what we can do.
To help my husband.
Are you inclined to take that risk? Are you? If you want to proceed, blink twice. I'm going to put you in a trance.
A trance?
It will feel quite familiar. You'll be lucid, able to think, able to talk. You're looking at my eyes. Good. That's good. Would you count the number of times I blink? Would you count them?
1, 2, 3.
Take me back to the submarine. How did you get there? That's right, the interesting part. The part part you haven't told anyone else.
I was in this narrow space. Like a tube. I liked it. And then I was in the submarine. I was searching for something. I could hear music, like a band, coming from the engine room.
Hello, my child.
I'm in the wrong place.
No, we've been expecting you.
You have?
Yes, welcome, welcome.
What church is this?
This is where the submariners,
Isn't it submariners?
tomatoes, potatoes. You ask an old Jew. They all come here to die.
I don't want to be here.
You think they want to be here?
Jonas. Jonas, wake up. Matt. I'm so sorry for your loss.
You killed them.
What kind of friend are you?
Give my regards to your Don.
Pull up their maps. I want to see their red herrings live. Are all their attack subs accounted for?
Here and here. And 11 diesels tasked here. All playing puss in the corner.
Good. Keep monitoring their screws. I want to know every turn they make. And these battleships here in the Yellow Sea?
Proceeding to join the 3 South Korean subs here.
Mm-hmm. That opens our path here. Yeah, that's our most direct ingress. Communicate those coordinates to Snake Doctor when he comes up. Let's take a closer look. What's happening there? Fleet Monitor, are you aware that your red herring didn't pull North Korean destroyer 0541 Hercules class off its patrol grid?
Classic Signet line 2.
I authenticate Lima, Delta, Sierra.
This is Goldfinger 2-3, Golf Yankee
Roger, Goldfinger 2-3, please advise. Is that an NK warship bearing south 193 on an intersecting vector? Tell me that's not a destroyer galloping our way.
Yes, sir.
Serious.
I don't know.
All right, we got a destroyer that didn't take the bait. Find me its patrol grid. The only thing I want to know is, will that destroyer cross paths with our sub?
Just crossed into North Korean waters.
Hold the step. Ultra quiet.
20 minutes, we should be at checkpoint Bravo.
9 not to UG.
All clear so far. That's why I didn't become a SEAL. It's just natural.
Are you afraid of a little moisture?
Yeah, when it's up to 370 pounds per square inch. What football field deep SCXO, how far down this old heap of pig iron goes?
Wait, that, Kipinin?
Aswa Kipinin. Good at feet.
900 feet.
And then what? Boom!
First time on sub. Virgin.
Loving it so far.
We're here to help you.
Thank you.
I only wish I knew what your ultimate goal is so I could be of greater assistance. A small request. Your sidearm, sir. Could you store them in our arms locker? Makes my crew nervous.
Konje Sona, 접근 금지. Designated Sierra 1, 8,000 yards, closing rapidly. Enemy destroyer closing in. We need to hustle.
Flank speed.
No. The habitation will be too loud. Go dead in the water. He's not looking for us. Don't exist.
You're wrong. He depth charges us, we all drown.
He's bearing 194 degrees and closing rapidly.
That's our depth.
400 feet.
Become a dead contact in the water. All engines stop. Don't turn a screw, just float.
모든 엔진 정지. 나사 하나도 돌리지 마. 지금까지 가만히 있어. 지금 당장.
It's in a patrol box. He'll turn. We drift outside of his patrol box. He'll stop. He won't follow. He doesn't even know we're here.
I don't know the quadrants of his patrol box.
We do. 42/58. He's in a crisscross pattern. He'll turn 40 degrees west. 400 yards. Closing. She's turning. Enemy destroyer's turning due west.
Why is she dreaming about Don Rickles?
He's her father's favorite comedian.
It always about Daddy with you head doctors.
Why do you think your boys join the army? Why do you think girls marry soldiers? You're either running towards Daddy or running away from him.
In her dream, it's a funeral.
A special service for submariners.
And in the caskets?
3 of your men.
And they don't wink, joke, smile. I mean, there's a famous comedian there.
No. It's a funeral. To her, they were all dead. He gave her something for luck.
Don Rickles? What?
A red clover. Does that mean something to you?
Excuse me. Hand me your headset. Now I need you to quietly walk up those stairs and sit this one out.
Colonel, I planned this. I know every detail. Nobody else in this room is as capable as I am.
We have a situation that requires you to sit this one out upstairs now. Pacific Fleet Command.
This is our insertion point, 200 yards offshore. Here's the beach. What if we're still 6 hours late and the tide's out?
Improvise.
No. We abort. Mud.
In 89, when SEAL Team 6 went into Panama, all got killed. Half a mile of mud killed the team. What's the gradient of the beach?
15 degrees.
That give us enough cover, or does that put us in a kill zone like Normandy?
Daylight by the time we get to the woods. Here. Main roads. Here. Here.
We acquire the package here. His cottage. He'll be there waiting, ready to go.
There you go. My high gate.
What?
Exactly. I'll do the talking.
And what if there's a need for weapons?
We haven't had contact.
You have to come up to periscope depth to send and receive. How long have they been under?
11 hours now, sir.
Mr. Blue, check your GPS.
"13 miles off course. You changed our course.
There's less risk if we go this way.
We don't have time for this. It will get us to our insertion point too late.
With respect, we are heading toward the day of Korean reunification. For us to engage in any sort of battle could spark a war and ruin that hope. I chose the safest path to your destination.
We've got to get to our rendezvous by high tide. If you have a problem taking orders from me, then step away from the con.
I do not understand why.
There is nothing to understand. Stand down, please.
Of course. My apologies.
Get us back on our original course. We need to make up time.
원위치로 전진. 전속력.
예, 함감님.
건물 중앙 전진.
32 minutes to rendezvous point. Get our orders.
From your country.
Yes, from my country.
The faster we go, the louder we are in the water. Sonar just sent out a ping.
What the hell?
Take out your weapons. Slowly. And Curtis. No choice but to turn around now.
We are not turning around.
So, take their weapons.
사장님, 제발.
Kill me. But if they heard that ping, they'll kill us all.
Then I'll be a martyr.
The North Koreans.
For a united Korea.
대잠 항공기 접근. Got an enemy sub-hunting plane above us. Looking for us. North Koreans heard the ping.
Captain, you've got a decision to make. Think of your family.
I am thinking of my family.
We got contact.
Let's get an ID.
I'm on it. We have a North Korean destroyer bearing 196 at 6,000 yards and closing. Coming right at us, top.
All right. Prepare to die.
잠수 준비.
감 들어간다. 감 탱크에 물 채워. 탱크 문 열으라고.
In your dream, the priest, you say, gave you a red clover.
I can't help you. I don't have any special powers.
I'm not saying that you do.
What are you saying? I had a dream. I'm not a freak. I don't believe in the world you say exists. This is my life. Dirty dishes, dirty diapers. This is all the life there is.
What comes up when you hear the term red clover?
Why is that so important?
I can't tell you. Can you tell me?
What the hell is it you do? Staring at goats. Does that sound normal to you? Trying to kill animals by staring at them?
We wondered.
Yes.
If we could harness the mind.
As a weapon. And how does that work? Tell me how that works.
Have you ever, at the same time, uttered the same thought as your husband? Of course you have. Everyone has. You spoke of things known to your husband. Either he told you those things, which is a criminal offense, or you somehow...
I could not have intuited a top-secret mission. I don't have any special powers.
Well, then, how do you know the phrase red clover?
It was a coincidence. I saw it somewhere.
What did you do yesterday?
Did
you rob a bank?
No.
Did you perform an operation or abduct a child from school?
No.
Did you sleep with another man or woman? Did you do anything to break the law in any way?
No.
You have nothing to hide then. Now, what did you do yesterday? We'll go back to the night before. Show me your bedroom. You were alone last night, in here after Bob left for work. In bed?
Yes.
Get into bed. Yes. Now. How did you fall asleep?
With the TV on, just to keep me company. I like old movies.
What were you watching?
It was a black and white film with Gregory Peck and I think Ava Gardner about the end of the world.
There's a submarine in it.
I didn't watch that part.
Why not?
That part disturbs me.
That's right. You were watching it, though you were asleep. Ergo, you dream a submarine.
And red clover. Maybe it was from the movie, too?
We watched the movie. There was no mention of red clover. I went through Brown's medical records. He doesn't talk in his sleep like all your men. He's well trained.
Do you know what daffodils are?
Yes,
Do you know what daisies are?
of course.
Have you ever heard red clover?
Sure.
From who?
My daddy.
You heard your daddy say,
My daddy says red clover a bunch of times.
Your daughter just sold you out. Wife and daughter, no details of a mission, including an insertion point behind enemy lines and the code of which even the Secretary of Defense doesn't know. I'm shutting you down. Prepare to send mission aboard.
We have no radio contact. They won't get the order.
Sir, we have an unidentified splash. That's the sonar buoy dropped by an airplane. Destroyer, bearing from 047. I thought they didn't know we're here.
They don't, but if we don't move, they will.
We're trying to triangulate our location.
Take her deep.
최대 각도로 잠수. 실시. 그 탱크 물 채워. 엔진실 잠수 준비.
네, 탱크 문 열겠습니다.
How deep, Top?
Load the thermal. 700 feet.
The buoy goes active.
We'll hear their pings. Buoy's gone active.
We gotta go deeper.
How deep?
Put it on the bottom. We gotta get lost in the scatter.
Keep a watch for the ballast tank.
네, 물 채웁니다. 탱크에 물 채워.
The bottom is 900 feet, Tom.
I know what it is.
700 feet, the sub can crack.
Yeah, I know.
I want to see my husband.
How is it that both you and your daughter know the term red clover?
Help me find out.
Good. Tell me what you see.
I'm in Serena's room, and Bob's reading to her.
First, the White Rabbit went into the garden. After White Rabbit had stolen the carrot from the garden, he hid in the deep red clover.
Good, Kim. Now look at the spine of the book. What does it say?
It's from the school library. The Adventures of White Rabbit. An ambulance. There was an ambulance in the tree.
Finish your drawing. What kind of bird was on the hood ornament?
A raven.
Corvus corax.
Is that good?
A raven is a messenger either of hope or doom.
Which is it here?
You tell me. checked out by them from the school library.
I'm listening.
Reinstate the husband.
Why?
In a compressed environment like this, where there are secrets stacked on top of secrets, I think this is a shared consciousness. She's channeling her husband in this somehow.
I don't know what that means. And I got a mission going down the drain.
Something's wrong with the mission plan. I can't tell you what it is, but she's picking up a sense of doubt about the mission from her husband. Did you ever have an unexplained premonition? Of course you have. You've told the story, and you've heard it. Something told me to get down. Something told me not to get on that plane. You've told that story at the O Club. Everyone has. You know it's true. The girl is picking up a sense of doubt about the mission.
You got the name Red Clover from a book you read your daughter.
Yeah, I knew I'd seen it somewhere. I had to come up with a code name for the mission, and Red Clover just came to me.
The mission. You have doubts. What's wrong with this mission?
Not a thing. The specs are good.
No, I don't care about the specs. The specs check out. Been worried about something. You have been. Your duty, soldier, if you have any doubts, is to express them early on, not later, but now. Something kept you awake at night.
How do you know that, sir?
What kept you up, soldier?
The original sub-captain.
What about him?
Well, he came down with the flu just before the mission. We weren't able to fully vet this new guy. South Koreans picked him, but I just don't know enough about him.
And?
Made me nervous.
It made you nervous, but you didn't speak out.
It was just a feeling. You don't throw away a mission because you get...
Well, let's assume this feeling's right. What does that mean right now? What's going on right now underwater?
This is a time-elapse scan of that sector. We've got a plane here. What's that plane?
Sub Hunter.
Any pings in sector?
Destroyer here in crisscross.
What'd you do? You were down there.
Meaning what would Jonas do?
Just tell me.
I'd hide. Try to convince them it was an anomaly, a whale moving along the coast. That's why we chose that sub. It's old, has no fingerprints. But if the captain ends up bad, which he must have, he's going to want a signal.
Jonas has to take him out and go where?
Bottom.
Is a bucket of bolts up for it?
Not much choice. That's what I'd do.
Surface where and when?
Here. As fast as I could. Once a North Korean boat left me alone.
Not long before we lose our high tide.
Can you get us off the bottom, drifting, with minimal screw noise?
How are we going to get off the bottom?
Chief of the watch. Emergency blow to my mark.
Throw the chicken switches.
To 40 feet and hold. Ahead full.
40피트 유지 지금 당장.
At periscope depths.
Six kilometers from insertion point.
High tides for another hour.
Take us 70 feet and hold.
50피트 유지.
And once we're out, I want you to lay dead on the bottom until you hear from us.
Set your beacon at this frequency. Let's hope they thought to look for us here.
We are receiving a signal from Snake, Doctor.
They're at the insertion point, sir.
Go ahead. Reward my trust.
Send the go signal. Team has been given the green light to go ashore.
Lower hatch sealed. Blood on my command.
Blood valves open.
Immense pressurization, 70 feet.
How long?
By all 300, pressure should equalize.
More?
We all start getting really bad headaches.
Let you know your brain's about to explode.
Secure flooding. We got 30 seconds. Let's be like drowning.
Hold.
Long enough.
Time left.
5 minutes. Pressurization secure. Undog the escape hatch.
Punch.
Spring loaded, once we pressurize, just your pop.
It's pretty cool.
Crack, look at me. Your face is twitching.
Confirmed.
Pulse is racing.
I'm fine.
Narcosis?
Maybe. What's your wife's name?
I'm gonna talk to Ash.
No, no. Stay right over here.
Good.
All right. I can tap you out. 4 taps. They drain this. We call off the mission. Rethink our options.
Tiffany, that's my wife. I'm good.
All right, then. Stay with me. Deep breath.
Don't rise faster than my bubbles.
That's right.
Team has the package at his cottage. They're on their way back to the sub.
Good. Go home and get some rest.
As soon as they're back on the sub and out of North Korean waters, I'll be happy to.
She saw a movie, she read a book. Nothing paranormal, just coincidence. You must be disappointed.
There are numerous points of intersection between the real mission and Kim Brown's dream.
You have a theory?
Of course I do. About her. And about all your unit wives.
Amuse me.
Unconscious transference.
Doesn't exist.
These women lay their heads on pillows every night next to men you train to keep secrets. Have you ever cheated on your wife?
No,
Why?
because if I did, she'd know it.
That's correct. Thank you, Colonel.
Can we use thought control as a weapon?
Not yet.